Hello gamer guys and girls, CRYPTIC Panther here again. We're going to talk about games for 2016. Alright, first up we're going to talk about Firewatch. You play as Henry, a man who was retreated from his messy life to work as a fire lookout in the Wyoming wilderness, perched high atop a mountain. It's your job to look out for smoke and keep the wilderness safe. But when something strange draws you out of your lookout tower into the world, you'll explore a wild and unknown environment. Now that description is taken right from their website. It's not a lot to go on, so I've linked their website and 2 trailers in the description below. To me, this game does look interesting. The game doesn't seem to fall into one main category or another. It's not really classed as a horror game. It's not really an action-adventure game. I guess be a mystery-adventure game. I can't say for sure if this is a day one pickup for me, but it is high on my list. Welcome to the Stone Age, a time of extreme danger and limitless adventure, when giant mammoths and saber-toothed tigers rule the earth, and humanity is at the bottom of the food chain. You play Takar. He is the last survivor of his hunting group. You will learn to craft a deadly arsenal, fend off fierce predators such as direwolves, saber-toothed tigers, and you must also outsmart enemy tribes to conquer the land of Oros and become the apex predator. And of course I'm talking about FARYCRY Primal. Man, I'm looking forward to this game. I love me some Far Cry. And this game is really shaking things up. Sending us back to the Stone Age. So no guns and RPGs this time. I've seen the trailers. I've watched the gameplay footage. And I can say this is going to be a day one pickup for me. I can't wait to have my own personal army of wild beasts and take over the land. Alright, next up we have Recon Wildlands. Ghost Recon is the first military shooter set in a massive and responsive open world. The game is entirely playable in single player or 4-player co-op. From the infamous Death Road to the iconic Salt Flat, journey through expansive, gritty, and vibrant backdrop of Bolivia, South America. Explore the mountains, deserts, rainforests, or hundreds of villages and landmarks in one of the many available vehicles. Engage all your missions in whatever order or manner suits you. The world will react differently to each of your choices. Unexpected opportunities and threats could arise from any situation. Now, I haven't played a Ghost Recon game in quite a long time, but this game looks badass. I think this game will be so much fun to play with friends. I love a good co-op game, and from what I've seen so far, there's so many different ways to play the game, so many opportunities to play missions the way you want to play them. And if this game delivers, I think it's going to be really good. So for some gameplay footage and some trailers, check out the description below. A devastating pandemic sweeps through New York City, and one by one, basic services fall. In only days without food or water, society collapses into chaos. The Division, an autonomous unit of tactical agents, is activated, leading seamlessly ordinary lives among us. These agents are trained to operate independently in order to save society. This has been one of the most anticipated games since most of us laid eyes on the trailer back in 2014, and after a few delays, which I'd rather have than be sold a broken game, this game finally seems to be shown the light of day. There's been some leaked gameplay footage. There's been more trailers. They actually have a release date of March 8th. Unfortunately, the beta that is coming early is only to Xbox. But that'll hopefully give us all a chance to see how the game's actually going to play. And hopefully the content's going to be there to keep us all engaged. For Honor is a competitive third-person melee fighting game, mixing speed, strategy, and team play with visceral close-range combat and multiplayer action. Experience the chaos, fury, and brutality of battle, where you and your friends cut a bloody trail of carnage as brutal Vikings, deadly knights, and cold-blooded samurai. The innovative art of battle system lets you feel the power of every strike, the strength of every impact, and the weight of weapon in your hand. Alright, who doesn't want to play as a badass with a sword or an axe? This game's let you play as one of 3 factions, the knight, the Viking, or the samurai. You fight against other players, as well as AI in these huge battles. I, for one, can't wait to see this in action. I've signed up for the beta, and my fingers are crossed that I can bring you guys some early gameplay footage. Check the trailers below. Ratchet & Clank blasts onto PlayStation 4 for the first time. With a new game based on elements from the original Ratchet & Clank series from PS2, Ratchet & Clank on the PS4 reimagines the characters, origin stories, and modernizes the original gameplay, featuring all new boss fights, several new planets, new fighting sequences, and much more, with a completely new visual construction to take advantage of the power of the PlayStation 4. The reason this game is on my radar, I've never played a Ratchet & Clank game, and it seems like a fun action-adventure platformer. I don't see this being a day one purchase for me. I do look forward to hearing reviews, seeing gameplay, and maybe eventually even adding it to my channel. Check out the trailers below.